This is John Black, Super Chemist, here to unbox my new LEDs that produce blue light between about 450 and 460 nanometers. Now I wanted to go into something. In the last video, part 2 of blue light synthesis, I said that Walmart has a blue light that is $7 LED, as you can see, blue LED. But look at the package. See how the top has a blue cover on it. I bought this and it's actually I'm using it to light this up, or I'd show you the bulb itself. But if you take this cover off, you'll see that these are white LEDs. They produce white light, and it goes through this plastic blue thing and kind of filters out everything but the blue light. So you don't get the full effect of the light because most of it is being absorbed by this plastic blue cover. What I learned was, if it's cheap, that's what you're going to get, okay? You got to pay at least $30 to $60 for one light bulb, and then you'll know. And also, this doesn't bring up, and you'll notice they don't put the blue and the LED next to each other, okay? I guess so they don't get sued. But if they don't bring up nanometers, then you're going to get this, you know what I mean? If they don't bring up nanometers and it's cheap, this is what you're going to get, garbage, okay? Now, these are the two I bought. I'm going to just take one out, right? And I have a spectral graph here of this bulb, right? Check it out. It's just like, even though you can see inside here, it's not the same as a floodlight. You know, it has the E26, E27 socket so that it goes into a standard United States America socket. You can see the LEDs, they're not blue, okay? They're white. I mean, they're clear, right? If they were blue, then that would mean that this is garbage, okay? Because it means that it's actually white and they covered it up with some kind of paint or whatever, you know what I mean? So that, you know, it'd be like a plastic blue cover. So you want to start out with clear lights. When you turn it on, it'll be blue, right? Anyways, I want you to look at the spectral chart. You can see, let's try to get a close-up here. Now, these are nanometers, the wavelength, right? There's 400, or the black, 400, 500, 600. This is, I'm guessing, intensity. 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. You can see it peaks. This is the light. See it peaks at 0.8 something. You know what I mean? It's a little bit above 0.8. But I want you to notice, here's 400, which is the weakest UV, and there's nothing lower than that. It doesn't, no light is produced past 400 nanometers, right? Now here, and keep in mind, this is a hand-drawn graph. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. But let's say this is about 421, which is the shortest wavelength we want, right? This area right here, that is actually strong enough to break the benzyl carbon chlorine bonds we want to make, right? But look how the intensity is very, very, especially the lower, the shorter the wavelengths, you know, it goes down to 0 at 400. At 421, it's barely at 0.08, okay? It's the best I can do. The rest of it is obviously great. It goes up to 500 nanometers, and we only want it to go up to 494, but this side doesn't matter. It's just wasted light, you know what I mean? There's slightly a little bit wasted light. It won't break any of the bonds we're making, though, so we don't care. You can see from 450 to 460, somewhere around there, that's where all the light is coming from. You know what I mean? This area right here is 0.8 or higher. So, and from here to here is what we want. So all this light is good. The only part that is kind of bad is here. But there's no UV coming out of this except maybe at 400 nanometers, and you can see it's almost on the 0 line. So there's barely any UV at all, and what is there is 400 nanometers. So this is the best I could do. Here's some information on it. It's 18 2-watt LEDs, so that equals 36 watts. They say it's 450 to 460 nanometers of blue light, which mostly it is. Now the lumens, these charts that are telling you the equivalence of a regular incandescent light bulb wattage to a LED wattage, and then they have lumens, you know what I mean, to compare. They're all garbage. They're all different. You can pull up 10 charts, you'll get 10 different answers. So I'm just guessing that it's one bulb is producing about 2,500 to 3,000 lumens. I have 2 bulbs, so I can maybe get up to 6,000 lumens. That's a lot. Like I said before, the LED bulbs should be clear, not blue. If they're blue, that means they're white and they covered them up with some kind of blue paint. You know what I mean? They are not true LED blues. And another thing is they always mention the if they don't mention the nanometers, then it ain't a blue LED. Okay, and it's got to be expensive, at least $30 a bulb. Now I bought my bulbs that I would drive an hour away to go to a grow store where they grow plants indoors. You can buy lights and stuff like that. People are growing pot, most likely. You know what I mean? But that's where you get these. There's 2 places you can get these bulbs. One is at an aquarium place where they have fishes and stuff like that. Although if you go to somewhere like Petco or small whatever, you're not really going to find it probably. The other place is as a grow light. Places that sell just lights and stuff to grow basically pot plants. But if you don't have either of those, I looked on Amazon just to see if they have something, and they did. And this is what you would type in, and this is what it cost, $29.99. That's about what I paid for mine. So if you want to buy it on Amazon, do that. If you want to buy it in person in a walk-in store, you're going to have to go and find, it's going to be in a big city. You're not going to find it in a small town where they got, a big enough aquarium store or a grow store to get these lights at. But this does prove, okay, if when I do my chlorination, my free radical chlorination, if I can do it with this blue light, right, that proves that you do not need UV light, because this is not producing any UV light. And if it is, it's maybe producing 400 nanometers, but it's so close to zero, the intensity, that you might as well say it is zero. So anyways, like I said, I got 2 of these. And I'm going to use them for to make free radicals from chlorine. So anyways, you all have a great day, and always remember, science is great.